Hey everybody, back with another video. As you can see, I'm in a different bathroom now. I'm over in the family home in Northern Ireland. As things started to loosen up, the rules allowed Siobhan and I and the kids to relocate to her parents' house because they support her sister, who is extremely vulnerable. So we took the opportunity to relocate here. So we're here for about a month. Good news is that's going to give me a lot of time to do a few more videos. So although things have been a little bit bleak over the last month, 2 months, I should be able to post up quite a few videos, and I've got a few ideas and a few things that I want to cover, which is really great. Haven't seen you guys in ages. Hope everyone's safe. Hope everyone's well. I am, and I'm really excited to showcasing some new products that I've got, some vintage and some other more interesting things as well. So to start things off, I wanted to do something really special this time out, because it's been about a month since my last video. And I made a purchase on eBay. And there are alternative auction sites online. And I'm going to use a razor today that really interests me. Now, this isn't a particularly rare razor. It's a Gillette. This isn't a particularly expensive vintage razor. But what this is, ladies and gentlemen, is a vintage old style Gillette comb razor. Now what makes this special and what makes this of real interest to me is this is the first safety razor that Gillette made for disposable razors. So this is the bad boy that kicked it all off. The particular one I've got is the Deluxe Old Style model, which means that it's 3-piece and the blade interacts with the securing handle from within the handle. Others just screwed into the head. Now you can tell it's an old style because the head is fully rounded on the top. Now that places the age of this razor somewhere between 1903 and 1921, so pretty bloody old. Certainly 100 years old and possibly a little bit older than that. I've given this one a really good clean, but I've kept it in its original format so that you can see the age. I think, you know, engineering wise, I mean, she is in tip-top condition. But in terms of that original nickel plating that would have been on there, it's seen a lot better days. But I've been wanting to use one of these for ages. This is the original Gillette razor that kicked off the whole disposable razor scene. What an icon. Now apparently this is mild, but let's find out. But I'm really glad I got my hands on one of these. Not expensive, and I'm really pleased that I'm going to get to try it today. We've armed her up with one of my favourite blades that I often use on my videos. And you can see, hopefully there in the light, that we have a Wilkinson Gillette. Got to be some form of Gillette in a vintage Gillette for me. That's just being silly really. I like to match my brands. But there we go. So that's what we're going to be using today. Amazing. Let's see. In terms of soap, we're going to go with Sterling Soap Company's Rambling Man, an amazing product. In terms of brush, we're going to go with the Omega 48, which is the Barber Edition. Big knot ball brush. Love this baby. And we're going to follow up with some classic barber style aftershave with the Pinot Clubman, which smells divine. Oh, I can't wait for that. What I found with the Pinot Clubman aftershaves is they're really juicy. They give a really good burn, but I like that, as you guys know that have seen me in a few of my videos. So I'm really looking forward to that sting it's going to deliver later. And depending on how close the shave is, you know, it could be a really good one. But by all accounts, it's a mild razor. But let's put put the proof in the pudding. In terms of hair growth, I say I've got about maybe 4 days worth there, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge. It's got its work cut out, but let's start loading up and see how good we can get it. Looking forward to this. Right, I've left the soap sitting in some hot water just to soften it up, and I've got some of that bloom water just to help go on as a bit of a pre-shave. Got my brush. I like my brushes as squishy as possible, as for those that see a few of my videos would know. So I've left my ball brush soaking for merely 30 seconds, not much longer than that. I don't want to soften it too much. I like it as stiff and scratchy on those hair follicles as possible. That really suits me. So here we go. Get this brush loaded up. Always helps put a bit of hot water onto the soap, helps it soften, lets you really dig into it, really drag some soap into the brush. I think that's probably going to be enough. We can go for a series of, there we are, dipping into some water, and if we're slow enough we can capture that water as the soap binds on the head. Right, let's go people. Smells fantastic. All the Sterling soaps are amazing. This Rambling Man one in particular is really super fresh. It's got a lovely soapy smell, but it's got like a real smell of wildflowers and all the kind of lovely smells you get when you go rambling through some natural countryside. It's a real nature's treasure chest. I absolutely adore it. Plus, it's one of my favourite songs by Lemon Jelly, which is completely unrelated, but there you go. Right, a bit more water. Let's see if we can use that to unlock some more. There we go. Such a big knot, this brush. I love it, that it can just, it's so capable. And with my big noggin, really helps us build up a lather. It's a good soap this. It needs a fair bit of water, but that's testimony to the strength of the soap, I think. Get that nice and glicky. Absolutely love it. Fantastic. Right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get going. Pass number 1 with the grain. Cut around the ears. First impression is very mild. You expect the open comb razors to be a bit more aggressive. That tends to be the way they go, but this blade is nice and mild. Great. Well, there we go, we're past number one. I certainly gave it a lot of work to do, and there's still some hair that's missed over the back there, but for pass one, for a razor at that age, not bad, I'll take it. Let's continue to go through the phasing. Okay, let's lather up for that third run. This time, against the grain. Fantastic. There we are, the first ever razor made by Gillette with a disposable blade. The Gillette Vintage Old Style with its open comb and its completely curved guard and head. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, I read some reports, never used it before, not brand new, but newly bought. And my expectation, based on what people were saying, was that this was going to be a relatively mild shave, but nothing could be further from the truth. So I don't know what that says about me, but what an incredible shave nonetheless. That is shaving history. Right there, people. That is shaving history. Right there. I can feel there's a couple of nicks over the back there. So first off, got my Allen block. This always tells me if it's a close shaving. Yeah, really close. That's stinging like buggery over the back there. But still, this takes care of any nicks, and this is a really good skin conditioner after a shave. Not too bad over the top and sides, to be fair. Absolutely brilliant. I went into it a little bit too gung-ho. That is surprisingly not mild, but really, really enjoyable. So glad I've got to use what is an original classic. I love searching through the vintage razors and seeing what people used before us, and I love giving them a go, and the fact that they're as good now as they were then, and as good now as most of the things you can buy, is pretty unbelievable. So that's the end of the head shave, people. Thank you very much for watching. There's going to be a bit of a part 2 in this video now, where I'm going to do my neck, and what I'm going to try and use for my neck today is my cutthroat razor. So see you after the break. Okay, let's give this a go. Angle's not too brilliant, but I'm hoping you can still see. Same again, same brush, and sterling soap, Rambling Man. Let's get a nice lather up on that neck. I've started to collect some vintage straight cut or cutthroat razors, sorry, in the hope that I can restore some. Give them as gifts, maybe sell one or two, give them to my kids, I don't know, whatever really. It's just a little interest. Right, there we go. I don't do too many passes, that's for sure. I am an absolute beginner, so do not expect anything beyond probably a disaster. But let's see how we get anyway. So, this particular one is called the Rizzo. So this is a vintage, I think it's about 100 years old. I fitted a new scales to it, and it's a bit ramshackle. It's my first job at a restoration. Now when this first arrived, it was horrendous. I mean, it was like barely recognisable, rusty to buggery, but I have managed to bring it back to life. And I have managed to bring it back to a point where it will shave too. So let's give this a go. Apologies on the angle, but I hope you can get to see and enjoy what I'm about to do. Wish me luck. Right, there we go. Not the best of techniques there. Forgive me, I'll get better in time, but not bad. Not a bad pass on the neck. Decent, I'm happy with that. Each time I use it and I don't lacerate myself, I'm pretty pleased with that. Jobs are good and right. Let's get some of that aftershave on, shall we? Whoa, that's got some bite. Oh yeah, that smells great. Have a whiff of that. Absolutely fantastic. Brings you right back. Smell that. Brings you right back. Sitting in that barber's chair when you was a kid. Absolutely brilliant. Lovely. It's got a nice silky smooth to it after it's gone on as well, which I really like. Let's get that. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Fantastic. Right, first video back. Happy with that. Ladies and gentlemen, apologies again for the delay. I should get a good run of opportunities now to do some videos, and I've got some other vintage razors that I want to show you, and you know, who knows, maybe I can build up some courage and do me head with the cutthroat razor. But this is me for now, signing out. Thanks very much for watching. This has been Head Showered, Shave Well. Hope everyone's well and safe and continuing to observe the social distancing rules. Things are loosening up, we're getting back to normal, which is fantastic. And I'm delighted to offer another video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.